What do you think of my brand new, shiny Werner fiberglass 300-pound capacity ladder? There's a funny story that goes with this. It might not be so funny. I had a Werner fiberglass 300-pound ladder for, God, 20 years. And I have hauled that thing everywhere in the back of my truck. And this time, my wife put it in the back of the truck because we were going to need it over here where we're at. And she said, "You think you should tie that thing down?" I said, "Nah, it'll be all right." And I've never tied it down before and hauled it, you know, back and forth many, many times.
Okay, and then what did I say?
What?
I said, it's gonna
You can't hear it. You got to get closer if you want to
participate?
participate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to participate.
All right, you go ahead and tell them your half.
No, I said, so it's going to end up on the side of the road like all the other hundreds of ladders I've seen in my driving career.
And
I said, should you want me to tie it down? And you said,
I said, no, it'll be all right. I've
Okay.
hauled that thing back and forth a dozen times and it's never budged. So, of course, you probably know the rest of the story. It flew out of the back of my pickup truck on the interstate, and I'm looking in my mirror at cars veering and off the road and trying not to hit each other and avoid my ladder, and I just quietly got off at the next exit, turned around,
and I was
went
praying
back.
nonstop.
That nobody had got hurt. And I mean, I was gonna take my comeuppance, whatever it be. I have insurance, and so turned around, went back, and sure enough, there was a car on the side of the road with its four-ways on, and I pulled over, and it was stuck up underneath their car.
We left out the important part.
What's
It was this young girl, gosh, she couldn't have been 18. I got shoes that weigh more than she does. And she was a cheerleader. And she was bent over trying to dig out a jack out of the back of her car. And the first thought that came to my head is, I cannot believe there's not 10 men pulled over on the shoulder to help this girl. She was a cheerleader, for the love of Pete.
I had no idea shorts could be that
Yeah.
skirts could be that short and not be illegal.
And then I look at how low her car is and how tall our ladder is, how the depth of it, and I'm thinking there's just no way that ladder is stuck up underneath that car.
I doubt they can hear you, hun.
It was that size right there.
So anyway, I told her I was really sorry. It was my fault, and she did the right thing. She pulled over. I got my jack out. She didn't have a jack, so I got my jack out. I jacked her car up on one side and got the ladder out from underneath her. And I checked out underneath her car. There was no damage. There was no damage to her valance on the front of her car. So she was just happy that we had got her unstuck. I guess she really had to get to school or something. So there's the story. That's how I have a brand new ladder. So men, if you want a brand new ladder, there's your clue. Get on the interstate, don't tie it down, and take off. Yeah, that was a funny story. And of course, you know, for the next 30 years, I'll have to hear this. I told you should have tied that ladder down. Remember that day when you almost killed the whole interstate full of people because you wouldn't tie the ladder down? Yes, dear, I remember. So, there you go. This next little clip is in the town that I'm moving to. It's in the hardware store. I'm so glad there's this cool little hardware store here in Wascom, Texas. And, oh yeah, my new address will be P.O. Box 1677, Wascom, Texas. What is it, 75692, I believe? Or it might be 76592. Crap, I'll have to go. I can't remember the zip yet. Wascom, Texas. Waskom. Anyway, I'm going to show you a short clip of this Civil War era knife that was tacked on their wall. They've got all kinds of old guns, and as I go in there over time, I'll take short clips of all the antique guns they got tacked to their wall in there. It's just kind of like a little mini museum. And it's just the old mom and pop hardware store, just like you know, the good old days. I really like this town. So anyway, the next clip you see will be that knife. And I am babysitting today.